Hello, welcome back. It is Destiny time again. Last year I did a reaction to the soundtrack for The Final Shape, which I very much enjoyed, both doing the reaction and the actual soundtrack itself, and The Final Shape was also very good. And now here we are a year later, and Destiny's next expansion, The Edge of Fate, is just about to launch, and the soundtrack's out. So, I'm gonna react to it again. Now, given the nature of what this next expansion is, this soundtrack is much smaller than last year's, which makes sense. The Final Shape was literally the culmination of a decade long thing, and here with the Edge of Fate, we're sort of starting up a new one. So I'm excited to see how different it can be, in spite of its length. I mean, we've already technically heard a handful of these tracks in live streams and stuff, but I've only listened to them once, and that was a while ago, and I honestly don't remember too much, which is a good thing, because I'm excited to, re-experience them sort of for the first time again. Like, the only one that I have quite vivid memories of is the one that it used a fair amount of Music of the Sphere stuff, which was really, really, really cool. And I remember there being a decent amount of like Beyond Light and your typical, Destiny motifs. And I remember picking up on what I assume is like the Edge of Fate theme. Although I don't remember exactly how it goes, so I'm excited to rediscover that. So yeah, I say we get right into this. So we have what looks like 11 like fully brand new tracks, and then we got a bunch of remixes of old stuff, which is very interesting to see, because we don't really, or haven't really had that before, at least not on the actual official soundtrack. Like, there's been remix stuff in game in the past, but yeah, a nice short soundtrack, which I think is good. I'm not disappointed by that at all. So yeah, I say we get started with the first track, titled "An Invitation," and this is a track by Brendan Williams, who isn't new to writing music for Destiny. He was a guest composer for Forsaken. He did Keeper Voices and Mists of Memory? Is that correct? So yeah, Brendan was a guest composer for Forsaken, where he wrote one of the greatest pieces of music in the franchise's history. And then was like, see ya. So it's very, very cool to see him back. And I'm excited to see what he has cooked up. Yeah, let's just do it. An Invitation. Yep. Remember what I said about rediscovering the... Ooh. Hello, Guardian. It's been a while. And by a while, I mean like 3 minutes, because it's used all the time. Yep. Yeah, so already I'm remembering what that motif is, which is good. Ooh, but we get more of it. It's a very interesting melody. Hello, Be Brave. I think so? Yeah, it was. Oh, yay. Happiness in Inner Light is like making a resurgence, you know? After so many years of like being the one that you hear like once or twice. Yeah, that's Be Brave. Ooh. Almost like tiny little hints towards Rise, but I'm not sure if it's intended. Ooh. That's nice. Didn't do it. Ooh. I like that. I like those horns. Mmm. A nice start. Nice start. Yeah, so we got our proper establishment of the Edge of Fate, I suppose. The Edge of Fate's motif. Some Guardian, of course. Of course, we get Guardian. Some Be Brave in there. Given that the 9 are a focal point of this expansion, I'm excited to see what they do with like their musical identity. Because I mean, I suppose they sort of have had one with like, like the music from Prophecy and several other places that have been like the 9 kind of thing. But now that they're like coming into the forefront of things, I'm interested to see what they'll do with it, if anything. But I think already we've heard some like interesting things, and I'm excited to see how they expand on that. So let's continue with Dented Helmets and Bloody Teeth, which is a great name, by Peter Slaughter, who in the year since Final Shape I still cannot pronounce his name correctly. It does not jive with my voice box. So everything that I was just saying about having like musical identity for the 9, I feel like this is the kind of thing I would expect. This kind of vibe. So yeah. Oh my goodness. I talked about it in the final shape, but Beyond Light is so fucking good, dude. And also, Peter was like almost the MVP of Final Shape, and he continued that on through like the episodes as well. And it seems like he's continuing on, just absolutely cooking here in Edge of Fate. Oh, that was Rise, right? Yeah, that was. Yeah, that was. I can't remember if this one that was in the preview or not, which is great. Means I'm basically hearing it for the first time again. If it is one of the ones from the preview. Oh no, yeah it is. I remember this. Bringing back Resist the Legion. Ah, beautiful. Lovely. Oh yeah, that's the Echoes motif. Yeah. Which is very interesting to see or hear. There's Rise. Oh, Peter, you spoil me. In a lie, right? Right? Subtly? Oh, man. That's a good one. Lovely. Ah, that's a good one. They're always good. They're always good. But like, oh man, that Beyond Light is gorgeous, dude. Absolutely gorgeous. Actually, since this is a shorter soundtrack, I'm gonna do something, and so just re-listen to that because I wanna hear that again. I love the repeating. Like, it's not continuing the melody, it's repeating the phrase again. I love that. That's such a great beat, Brave, dude. Alright. Next up is Inside and Through. Rhoda Moab. Inside and Through. Ooh. Was that what I think it was? Is that the path? Ooh, I think that's the Edge of Fate motif right there. Subtle. Ooh, this is such an interesting one. Like this one feels like this is a new sound, like just, well, obviously soundscape wise. Mainly for that like that higher pitched synth. Hello. I feel like I should be recognizing what this melody is. If it's something, it's hidden in there pretty well. Need to have it. Always need to have it. Ooh. Is that the rise progression? Let's be brave. There's rise. Wow. Ooh. Very interesting. Fun, classic Roto Moab synth stuff. and yeah, like sort of a new sound for Destiny, which I mean is to be expected. But it's cool and very fun to hear. Next is The Grand Design by Josh Mosser. And oh. Yeah, this is his only lead credit on the whole soundtrack. Interesting. Ooh. Yeah, this is a good vibe. Going again. I feel like that hasn't happened all too much. Where you get Guardian and then do it again. It's pretty much always like a one and done. I really like that second phrase. Oh, wow. Trying to pay attention to those high strings and also the melody. Be brave. Hmm. Oh, it didn't go up. Did the last note. Interesting effect there. It's very cool. Hmm. Cool. That's a really neat ending. Oh man. Man, Josh loves his like really quick, complicated strings, doesn't he? All right, next is 2 minutes ahead. Another Peter track. I feel like I've heard that a few times in the last 4 tracks at some point. Which makes me think that might be a new thing, but I don't know. That. Ooh. I was expecting that to go somewhere, but it didn't. Hello, Rise. I love you. Yeah, like that sounds like it's gonna go into Garden or Inner Light, but it doesn't. It doesn't go. Oh, that is a beautiful Rise. As it so often is. Especially when Peter does it. Peter loves turning Rise into, like, the most beautiful thing you've ever heard. Ooh. Hey, thank you. Thank you for going somewhere with it. Ah. Yeah, there we go. Cool. Oh, man, I love Rise so much. Although, as I've sort of been learning recently, it's actually not as common throughout Destiny as I like originally thought. Because I've been like just for fun, I've been making compilations of like every single time a motif is used, just using the official soundtracks. And I've been compiling Rise recently, and it's been surprising to how few tracks it's actually in. Like, and I'm sure a part of that is just like maybe me just missing a few, but even then, I've always thought of Rise as being like second behind Guardian, but like in Beyond Light, I think I only found two times it's used in the entirety of the Beyond Light soundtrack, which is interesting, and only like and not too many more for like Shadowkeep and Witch Queen. So it's just like it's interesting how like such a staple of Destiny's music actually hasn't been used all that much. Well, again, I'm just using the official soundtracks, so like, and I know there's plenty more in stuff that's not officially released that where Rise is used quite a bit. Like a lot of the dungeon music uses Rise quite heavily, so that probably accounts for some of that. But anyway, I'm ranting. Next up is the Linguist. Brendan Williams, he's back. Oh, why do you do that to me? You can't do that. Ooh, yeah. Having Beyond Light sort of transition into Edge of Fate, they tie well together. I'm not giving that choir the appreciation it deserves. Hang on. Echoes. I'm enjoying the Edge of Fate theme quite a bit. Oh, wow. You know, given the way this is sounding, even the title of the track, I wonder if this is from the raid. Because that sounds very much like a damage phase kind of thing. Oh. Yeah. Oh. That is beautiful, man. Short and sweet. Ugh. My goodness. Ugh, Beyond Light, Beyond Light. Beyond Light is like, it's cheating, right? Like, it is just cheating. Like, putting it in a track is like, just instantly making it the best. So, next. You is, yeah, you is an idea you had. Interesting title. Very interesting title. Another Peter track. Peter has a lot of, I think he's got more than any other composer in this. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 out of the 11. So yeah. Right. You is an idea you had. Yeah, these strings are beautiful. Wonderful. Immaculate. Ooh. That chord there was tasty. Hey. Interesting that echoes, or the echoes motif has been prevalent in this soundtrack. What does it mean? If anything. Ooh. Resist the Legion, hello. It's very cool to hear it again, because it's been a hot minute since it's been used in anything. I think. Cool. Yeah, it's very nice to hear Resist Allegiant again. Like, I don't remember the last time it was used in drag. I mean, yeah, I mean it's been a while. It's one of them that has always been sort of not underused, but just like, you know, just hadn't been used a great deal. Right. Next, infinite temporality. Infinite temporality. Twisting. Infinite time. What? Another Peter track. That's 3 Peter tracks in a row. My goodness. Ah. Hey. Inner light, I welcome your presence. I hear you. There we go. There's the lost note. Peter's a big fan of Be Brave, it seems. He's used like the same iteration of it in like almost every one of his tracks. I'm not complaining. It's great. Interesting. Hello? That's the tribulation. Was that the first few notes of echoes? Neat. We got some tribulation. Let's go. Love the tribulation. Next is Bring the Hall. Brendan Williams. Ah, here it is. Yep. Ah, man. So cool. It's so cool to get, like, a track that is, like, heavily focused on... Ah, gorgeous, dude. Heavily focused on music of this piece is what I meant to say. Bring the Hall. I wonder if it's referring to the Hall from Drifter's ship, maybe? And if so, what does that mean? But anyway, we can discover that later. Yes! Mmm. Ah. Ooh, that's a good one. Ooh, very interesting variation of Guardian there. That's a wonderful little section. Guardian into Edge of Fate, into a variation of Guardian, into Inner Light. Love it. Cool. Very cool. Awesome. So cool. It's so cool. And finally, on the first disc, and what I assume is the final one of like the new music, not new in quotes, it is new. Break What You Must by Rota Moav. And it's a lengthy track too, 6.5 minutes. Which is curious. Given the length of this track and also its placement at the end, my assumption is this is some raid stuff. But yeah, it's if it is like a raid thing, especially like a final boss, it's interesting to have a raid track be this long, which does sort of lead me to believe that like might be something else. But we'll find out. They've been using that a lot, which is really cool. Even though I don't quite recall what that is. Like, I feel like that's connected to Guardian somehow. But they've been using it quite a bit. Ooh, taking the path and doing some interesting things with it. Whoa. Wow. There's echoes. That's in a light. Yeah. Ooh, not quite. There it is. Whoa. This is a very interesting track. Like, there's different sections to it. So, like, if it is from the raid, then curious what that looks like. Yeah, that one's intriguing more than anything. Just like... Okay, now we get to the second disc, which is full of remixes. Well, except for the first track, which... I'm not sure what this one could be. It's a brand new composer. It doesn't say it's a remix, so I'm curious what this is. Dreaming of the Past. Sole credit, Troy Staines. I'm curious if this is like a song. maybe we're getting our first song in Destiny since Hope for the Future. Can you imagine? If it is, that'd be hilarious. Oh! I'm not sure if I'm able to play this without YouTube being YouTube. So I'll listen to it, and if it's... We'll see what happens. It's fine. You didn't see anything. That's okay. But it's interesting to have that kind of music in Destiny, because like that's definitely new. And I'm curious what the significance of it is. I mean, well, I think... Yeah, never mind. It doesn't matter. Now we get on to the remixes, starting with Transept. Now, the interesting, or the cool thing, rather, here is that the remixes for the next three, Transept, the Trickster, and All In, they're all done by Michael Seacrest, which is really, really, really cool, because obviously Michael Seacrest, former composer on Destiny, and it's very cool to see him still contributing in this form, in the form of a remix. So I'm glad to see that. Whether this is like a thing that he's done post leaving Bungie, or maybe he did these while he was there, I don't know. Doesn't really matter either way, because they're probably going to be really cool. Anyway, Transept. Yeah, this is already neat. And since these... Yeah, that's cool. Since these remixes are on the soundtrack, I'm curious, like, where they will be in-game, if they are in-game. Well, if they are in-game. I mean, I'm sure they're probably going to be in-game somewhere, but I'm just curious where and why. Unless... maybe I'm missing a very obvious thing. Ooh, cool. Like, I might have to do some quick research after this is done, just to confirm something. Like, just kind of these remixes weren't a thing that already existed, and now they're just being officially released, which would be cool. Well, if that's the case, then it's so cool. Although, yeah, I shouldn't be making this conversation while music going. Cool. All right, I'm going to do two seconds of research. Okay, after some brief research, I have concluded that yes, these are indeed new, which is good. And I'll also confirm that Dreaming of the Past is an original song, which is great. Kind of ruins my reaction to it because I spent the whole time trying to decipher whether it actually was original or not and whether it was okay to have in the video. So, unfortunately, I kind of botched the reaction on that one, but that's okay. Because of that, I'm probably not going to have that in the video. But yeah, these remixes are brand new, which is great and cool. So okay, yes. So we just had Transept, even though it wasn't actually Transept. And now we have the Trickster, which hopefully is the Trickster, because the Trickster is really cool, and I want to hear that remixed, please and thank you. It is the Trickster. Ooh. Cool. This is cool. Ooh. That's very Prophecy. That sounds just like Prophecy. It's like taking a Prophecy spin to some of these old tracks. Ooh. Yeah. Yeah. The question that's at the front of my mind listening to this, and I suppose listening to all these, is like, where are they going to exist in the game? Like, what part of the Edit Fate required such remixes of old tracks. And even more curious, like, why were these old tracks specifically used? If there was any specific reason for it. Just like, this one would be neat. Because none of them really... Yeah, none of them really have anything in common with each other. Or at least, there's no common theme between them, so... But still, it's neat. They're neat, and I like them. Next is All In, which I'm actually excited for this one, because All In is a absolute banger that very few people ever talk about. So I'm curious to see what this remix sounds like. Also by Michael Seacrest, by the way. And so was the Trickster, if I forgot to mention that. We're starting with... This is Service and Sacrifice. Wait, no, which I suppose... Actually, yeah, I suppose that makes sense, actually. Yeah, I suppose those two tracks are connected. Service and Sacrifice and All In. But this is definitely Service and Sacrifice. There it is. Haha. I'm fighting the urge to sing along. Because I don't want to... What's the word? I forget the word. Ah. Burden you with my terrible singing. That's the word. I can't fucking nail myself, god damn it. Nice. Yeah, I can't fucking help myself from singing along. Next is The Vex, which is a very interesting remix, and I'm excited to hear it. And we have a new lead here, Larissa Okada. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. So yeah, and they are doing the next 4 and final tracks, remixes, starting with The Vex from D1, Vanilla D1. taking me back to that one strike in D1. What's it called? With the Hydra boss, where this played, standing up on top of that pillar. Yeah. What is that strike? Oh my god. My brain. I don't remember. I don't remember the name of it. Oh dear. Apologies for not saying much. Like, there's not a whole lot to comment on with this one. Neato. Now we have the Hunted remix, which is exciting because the Hunted is one of those tracks that's just like, it's fantastic, and it's a shame it was never like referenced all that much because the melody's fantastic. The Hunted. Yeah. lovely. I love the Hunted. I love the Hunted so much. Again, a shame that it was like the melody was referenced, I think, a handful of times, a very small handful of times in the Red War. But then past that, I don't think it ever made an appearance again, which is a shame. Right, next is Burden of Sacrifice, which is exciting. Throwback to last year. Yeah. Ba-da-da-da. Ba 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 ba. Oh, you cut out Beyond Light. How dare you? It's okay. I will probably get it in this bit. Because this is Perseverate. Ooh, nope. Ooh, hello. This is different. Nice. I like that. I like that we're getting like that mix of like it's not just Burden of Sacrifice, but it's Perseverate as well. It's the whole package. So maybe this next one, Frigid Tomb, isn't just Frigid Tomb, but it's also I can't say it. the pain of living with some sort of stutter is immense. Lament. Lament is what I want to say. Bloody hell. Frigid Tomb. Ooh. I feel like this track in particular lends itself to a remix pretty well. I can't whistle. What am I doing? I don't remember if I was saying the composer for each remix. I mean, I think I said the next 4 and final ones are by Larissa, but just in case, the Vex, the Hunter, the Burden Strikers, and this one, Frigid Tomb, are all by Larissa Okada. And also, this is the last track of the soundtrack. We're already at the end. Wild. Is that be alright? Ah, peak. Peak. You know what? Like, thinking about it, Frigid Tomb is not. It's not too far off being like a 9 sounding track. Like, I feel like Frigid Tomb is not too far away from sounding like it belongs in Prophecy. But with this remix, it makes it sound even more so. Cool. Ah, lovely. Absolutely lovely. So yeah, that is the soundtrack for Destiny 2, The Edge of Fate. A very short soundtrack. Not that that had any effect on quality, although wasn't a great deal to say in that last section because it's all remixes for stuff that we have heard before. So not a whole lot to say on it, rather than just it's cool. But yeah, some really cool stuff in there, and I'm excited to see where and how it's used in game, as well as just what's going on in this expansion, because obviously things are all basically brand new for this point. So many things are on the table for what could happen, and I'm excited for that. But I will experience that tomorrow with everyone else. This was a great deal of fun, as per usual. Am I going to have anything else to say, or is this outro just going to end abruptly? Abrupt it is.